Good morning and welcome to our final Saturday of the virtual sessions. I can't quite believe we got to this point. It has gone past so quickly. It's been 3 weeks packed full of information, packed full of activity, packed full of music, and I hope packed full of fun too. I would like to begin with a congratulations to all of you. We have seen unbelievable improvement over this period of time through all of the videos that we've been sent and the various ways that you have been communicating with us. So many different things have been addressed and discussed and improved upon. Of course, we have seen important musical questions being discussed in the Zoom sectionals or in the tutorials. We've had all sorts of discussions on how to overcome the physical challenges of playing an instrument. It's really difficult physically to make sure that your fingers are doing the right things and that you feel good. We've also addressed the psychological and emotional state, like how is your brain actually feeling when you're playing, and how can you be in the most positive state possible in order to be able to improve and learn and want to work at that thing on a daily basis. Of course, we have learned huge amounts of music. We've had loads and loads of repertoire that's been for all of you string players, but we've also worked on rhythm with Patrick and Elsa and Joe. With Lucinda, we have also looked through the Kodai method at the most natural and instinctual and fundamental ways to access all components of music. We have been singing songs and using our imagination and getting really creative with Lucy. We've been learning to clap on 2 and 4 instead of 1 and 3 with Richard. And we have learned about centering ourselves and connecting ourselves to our breath and our physicality with Elena. I'm so excited to share with you everything we have in store for this weekend. We have a lot of content that is targeted at the adult population, which I hope will be stimulating and substantive, but equally plenty of content, games and quizzes and play-alongs and all sorts of things for the younger people too. So something for everyone, musicians, non-musicians, you can all join in and there will be something for you. So as you can see, we have an absolutely packed schedule for you in the next 2 days, culminating in our final concert on Sunday at 4 p.m. I would encourage you to look at the link below for the schedule. Also go onto our website. We've also plastered this schedule all over social media. So the next 12 minutes are really, really important and I implore you to stay. So at the actual sessions, we like to spend the Saturday morning all together, all trying things that are pretty difficult, but doing them collectively. And we thought we would try to replicate that for you all through a screen. We'll be touching upon 4 fundamental areas that we believe are key or at least deeply helpful to becoming a true musician and a fulfilled musician and a healthy musician. And even if you don't consider yourself a musician, they are wonderful exercises in combining skill and fun. So first up is potentially the most, no, who am I kidding, is definitely the most challenging of the 4. We have the amazing Robin Michael, who is going to take us through a 2 to 3 minute singing in 4-part harmony exercise. I am up for the challenge. I'm not very good at it, but I will be joining you. So Robin, take it away.
Yes, Nicky, indeed. I've got a little surprise for you all. 4-part surprise, let's call it. And it's to show everybody watching what we've been working on these last 3 weeks in the harmony warm-up, where we've been exploring the main chord types and most importantly being able to sing up and down them, being able to pitch all of the intervals against the bass note, and to know within those chords which notes we can change to create other chords and how they're related. So I need 4 volunteers. I'm going to provide the bass, the root. My job as a cellist is always to do that, and it's the most gratifying job possible. And we're going to build up a major 9 chord. So I need my 4 parts. I need first of all somebody to be the 3rd. We're going to start major. If somebody could sing that, please. Now, just hold your note, and I'm going to start manipulating you up and down. I need somebody to hold the 5th. There's our triad. I need somebody to hold the major seventh. And then somebody who can sing high enough. I need you to sing the ninth. Now, straight away, if I take away, I'm going to sing the root. If I take that away, I'm going to leave you singing. Actually, what's a minor seventh chord? But more of that later. Put the root back in. There's our C major 9 chord. So just let's hear the sound of that. Boom. Now keep that going. And that the person who's singing the seventh to flatten to there. And there we have our dominant ninth. Now, just for a moment, I want whoever's singing the ninth to flatten by a semitone. Century, so it's almost unbearable. Let's take a breath. Let's go back to our dominant ninth, which is a nice open sound. Oh my goodness, isn't that a relief? Who's ever singing the third, the fifth, the seventh, the ninth? And I want who's singing, the person who's singing the third to flatten. Let's hear that. Here, I want the person who's singing the ninth to go down an octave. I'm going to put the root down an octave, and we should have that. That's a wonderful, very Vaughan Williams-like sound. If we can go up and get it in a tone, 2 tones and down. Vaughan Williams to a T. Okay, breathe. Let's find our minor ninth again. Bum, 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 bum. And I want whoever's singing the fifths to flatten. Now that is our half diminished natural ninth. That's my favourite chord of them all. Let's just hear that. It's me singing the root. We've also looked at, let's just do a diminished quickly, because if we go back to, just forget about the ninth just now. Whoever's singing the ninth, sing the root with me up an octave there. And let's sing there's our C, sing the minor third, sing the flattened five, sing the minor seventh, and the ninth, sing the octave now. And if that minor seventh can flatten, diminished. We've got a Schubert string quintet. Diminished, very important. So I hope you've enjoyed that. We've had our major seventh with a ninth, we've had our dominant seventh with a ninth, we've had a minor third with a ninth, we've had our half diminished with our natural ninth, and we've also had diminished. Take those away, work at them every key, and your ears will develop like you wouldn't believe.
It has certainly been a running theme through the virtual sessions to address generally how our bodies work, and this is something that we try to reconsider every single time we go to play, every single time we're teaching you. How does your body feel without your instrument? So we're going to do a quick physicality, back to basics rundown, and that's going to be led by me and the amazing Su-a Lee. Me, Su-a Lee.
Hello, it's Su-a here from the Highlands of Scotland, and I'm here to give the cellos a little bit of extra assistance for Nicky's basic setup. So handing straight over to Nicky.
Nothing is more important for your sound and reliability than lowering your centre of gravity. So we start by trying to feel close to the earth. If your feet are close together, move them further apart and sway from side to side, the whole time sinking into the ground. Then I want you to bend your knees slightly and just allow your body to feel heavy and weighted.
And just to add to that, I'd like to say I always like to try and find circles. So let's try and find the center of our circle by just bouncing a little bit until you can feel weighted and absolutely centered in the middle of your circle.
Now we're going to feel two extremes, very tense and stretched and very relaxed and released. So we'll start with our whole body. If you breathe in and reach up to the ceiling. And release. And now if you just focus on your shoulders, lift the shoulders up, breathe in and release so they feel heavy. And now the same with the hands. You stretch out the hands in front of you and stretch your hands and release.
And I promise you, if you can do your stretching exercises as well as Nicky does, then your hands can be as big as hers.
Now we're focused on the left arm. If you swing the arm just so it feels nice and calm and relaxed, and this is the same for upper strings and lower strings. Eventually I want you to swing the arm into the shape that feels comfortable for playing. So for violin, it is like this. You lift up and then bob down into a position that feels good. Do it one more time. Swing the arm and lift and bob into a position that feels good.
And for the cellos, I would just say from the swinging position, let's go into circles. You could have predicted that. Circles and then both hands at once into the playing position. So big circles and then just land in a nice bouncy playing position.
Now I want you to take that position and be aware of what your shoulder does when you try to twist your arm. Be aware of what the back of the arm feels like. You want a position that feels like you could keep it there for longer than 2 minutes. And that the hand and wrist and thumb feel like they're free to do whatever they want to do. Show me your most amazing virtuoso playing. So let the fingers go as fast as possible, but they feel as light as possible.
For the cellos, I'd like you to feel when you're painting that you are like you're leading with the elbow. So always feel the connection. It's kind of almost circular, but just feeling the leading from the elbow. It's a bit like moving. Feel like you're moving warm sand. So everything flows. Nothing ever stops. Always flowing.
Now we're going to look at an issue that is significant for a lot of people, which is the right hand bow hold. So if we start just by waving this way to feel flexibility here, and then if we actually start by waving this way. So there's a few things that tend to happen when we do this. Our shoulders come up, the wrist starts to flop down a little bit too much or up a little bit too much. But we want something that's comfortable yet neutral. But if you continue to do that motion, every single joint has to be free. Try not to go and grab the bow. Bring the bow to the hand and just practice those fingers flopping over the bow. Every single hand is unique and every single hand holds a bow differently, so you have to find your way.
And one little thing to add for the cellos, with the pencil in the hand that you brought to your hand, is that the left hand with the pencil in should always take the weight of the right hand, because the right hand should always feel, even in the painting, that it's got some weight in it, some good weight. For instance, if your arm is stiff, it's not about just lifting the pencil. You want to kind of always feel that you have the natural weight. You're not lifting like this, you're not painting like this, but like with the weight of the arm. Again, it's kind of like a Mexican wave. Anyway, that's it. We're good to go.
So this is David Munn. Give him a round of applause.
Hello, good morning. Hello, Glasgow. I always wanted to do that. It's really important to be able to sing what you're going to play and play what you're going to sing, because as string players, one of the hardest things is getting the notes in tune.
So to laugh and be silly is extremely important. You always need playtime, and not just when you're 4. You need playtime. You need time for nonsense and hilarity at every age and stage of your life. And that, led by David Munn, who is also the most phenomenal cellist and has been teaching the intermediate cellos all week and doing an amazing job. David is going to provide that fun for us by teaching us a song. Those of you who have been to the actual sessions will be looking forward to this just as I am. Ever so slightly scared because he always makes fun of me and it's really mean.
Oh, hello! Welcome! I didn't realise you were here. Welcome back to the Isolation Station in Glasgow. I'm so glad you joined me. Today I have a very silly song for us all to do together. And it goes a little bit like this. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. And please try to look happy. Now we've got lots of different actions. I'm going to call them out to you and you have to reply back to me. Like this. If I say thumbs out, you say thumbs out. Right after me. My turn, then your turn. It goes like this. Thumbs out, thumbs out. After that, we have a little fun rhythm pattern that we have to do that goes like this. Chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Chicka-cha, 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 cha. So the first time, chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Second time, chicka-cha, 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 cha. 2 and then a 1. Okay, and obviously thumbs out is the first action, but we're going to build up more and more actions as we go along. So we'll start by singing in the rain. Ready, steady, off we go. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs out, thumbs out. Chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Chicka-cha, 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 cha. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs out, thumbs out. Elbows in, elbows in. Chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Chicka-cha, 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 cha. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs out, thumbs out. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees bent, knees bent. Chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Chicka-cha, chicka-cha. Keep going. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs out, thumbs out. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees bent, knees bent. Shoulders back, shoulders back. Chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Chicka-cha, 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 cha. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs out, thumbs out. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees bent, knees bent. Shoulders back, shoulders back. Bum out, bum out. Chicka-cha, 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 cha-cha. Chicka-cha, 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 cha. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs out, thumbs out. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees bent, knees bent. Shoulders back, shoulders back. Bum out, bum out. Tongue out. I'm singing in the rain. Last time, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Well done, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. A round of applause. Well done for joining in at home. I really, really hope you did. Otherwise, I would have felt very silly just doing this all by myself. Lovely to see you all. Have a great weekend and hopefully see you again soon.
One more time. Let's stop. Give yourself a big round of applause.
So I hope you had a lot of fun learning that song. I always wish there was another one, but alas, not today. So it's always a good idea to place opposites together. It allows us to gain a lot of clarity. What is this one in relation to this one? And it's like we shine a bright light on each. In order to absorb information and to have sustained focus, which is something that you always need when you're learning things and you always need when you're studying an instrument, it makes an enormous difference to have that connection to the ground, connection to the breath, connection to the weight of your body, the things that seem extremely natural but actually can be quite far away. So in order to close this 4-part segment, I will hand you over to the beautiful, wonderful Elena Urioste.
So to begin, I want everyone to find a nice comfortable stance, feel your feet root into the ground, however many floors below us it is. And so from the waist down, we're really rooting, but then from the waist up, can we grow a little bit taller? So waist down, rooting, waist up, floating. Nice. And then everyone go ahead and close your eyes. Or if that makes you feel funny, just soften your eyelids and maybe find a spot a couple feet in front of you to focus on. And then tune into your breath. Just take a couple of slow breaths at your own pace, and without judging or attaching stories or even words, just observe how it feels. Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it difficult? Is it easy? What temperature is your breath? Is this fun? Is this boring? And then I want everyone to put your hands on your belly, either one on top of the other or side by side. And at the end of your next exhale, inhale and inflate your belly like a balloon so that it presses into your hands. Don't worry, no one is looking. So let it puff out as much as you can. And then exhale, let it float back towards your spine. Inhale, puff your belly so that it presses into your hands. Fill it up, maybe even pause at the top. And exhale, let it all float back to center. Once more like that. Inhale, puff your belly out as much as you can. Fill your whole center with air. And exhale it all back in. And then keeping the eyes closed, move your hands to your outer ribs, so that bony structure, to the outside. And then we're going to inhale into the ribs and let them fan out like the wings of a butterfly. And exhale, allow them to drift back to the center. Inhale, let your ribs fan out, maybe this time like an accordion. And exhale them back to center. Once more, inhale, ribs fan out. Exhale, let them drift back in.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling very calm and centered, which is just how I would like to start my weekend. This film is now coming to a close, but we will be handing over to Elsa Bradley, who will be working on all things related to rhythm, and I'll be back with you very soon. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I am so excited for the weekend to get going.